Hey guys, welcome to some Raid Shadow Legends. Now, this is going to be kicking off a 14-day tournament. We have to wait till noon. I actually have an alarm set on my phone to actually go in here and start playing Raid. We have to wait till the official release, the official Raid time right now that we're waiting for. So definitely wanted to get the intro video out of there, which I think it might be up right now. I don't see the intro actually playing, but that's okay because we're going to go ahead and just roll with this. But as you can see, we have a brand new account on Raid. What is going on, Mustafa? So within Raid Shadow Legends, we want to talk about this a little bit because we have about 2 minutes until it officially kicks off. But there is going to be a promo code that I am going to share with you guys that if you use, not the promo code, but if you use the link to download Raid, you are going to contribute towards Warshack and myself when it comes to this tournament. We have 10 different players out of here, 2 different teams. Warshack and I are on team number 1. And of course, when you look at the contributions from the actual viewers, it is going to make a big difference on if we win the promotion or if we lose the promotion. And Mustafa, did you see the intro on there? I set the trailer, I set the intro. I did not see it show when it came to YouTube itself. It just went straight to the live and not the trailer. I don't know. I'm going to have to see exactly what is going on with that, Mustafa, and exactly how it works. But like I said, we're going to go through, and over the next 2 weeks, it is going to be the Raid Clash of Creators contest that we're going to be focusing on. Again, there's going to be a lot more information that's coming out, including the links that I'm going to share with you. And I can share you these links at noon. So we are literally just waiting, counting down the last real minute here before we kick this off, before we start going through here and actually clicking things, going through some of the content. Now, the first goal and the first thing we're going to look at is clans and clan bosses. Now, you do have to reach player level. I believe it is 12 or 13. I seen the live stream immediately. Okay, so you didn't see it. Let me hop on. I have a Discord here with my co and fellow creator here. I think maybe I can see him or he can see me. Let me get this up because this is actually over on my iPad. I think it's up. Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Hello, Warshack. How are you? Nice. Yep, very, very excited. I just started the stream right now. The stream went in immediately, so we have about 1 more minute till we can kick this off. I set an alarm here to make sure that it goes through. Just really making sure that we're ready to go. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. I'm excited. What's going on, Van Gogh? Yeah, probably about 12 to 3 because that's when my kids actually get home from school. So we should be able to make some pretty solid progression in that time. We strategically plan this out, guys, for everyone here in chat and everyone in the live stream. It is planned out. So there is my noon. That is my alarm on my phone. So it is time to kick this off. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to put my link right in the description. That is the link that you can go in there. Please create a brand new Raid account through the link. That is going to give you access to 2 heroes, which now we can go ahead and click things. Warshack. All right, so right here, it is going to be Tholen. This is going to be the hero. And if you do not see this hero within your mailbox, it means you do not have a brand new Raid account. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to collect it. And that is going to be the first major hero. I'm also going to put in some promo codes in here. That way you can actually get some really, really good starting packs, as you can see in here, collecting up all of our loot. And now we can go in and we can actually start the game itself. We can claim up and collect up some of these rewards. And looking at all of the dots, everything everywhere, there are a ton in here. Day 1, collecting up the rewards. All right, so are we going right into the campaign here, or what are we doing? No, not that I've seen. I'm just sharing that one, which would be the first code that we use within there. That way it is Super Victory is the code to pick up that hero.
And then
Yep. So if you guys don't see Tholen in your mailbox, just like we have right here, it means you have played Raid before. You'll have to actually go to PC and you'll have to create a brand new account to continue it, to actually get the heroes itself. It's going to be. I can't watch stream unfortunately, but I hope you have a good day. Oh yeah, thank you, Mustafa. Thanks for stopping by. It's going to be pretty cool. Like I said, anytime that we get the ability to come in here and have something a little bit different, the contest that they have going on, I'm super excited. Super excited to see them making sure that we get in here and get set with this brand new account. And these two champions are just absolute monsters. So if you get Pelops, and you do get the second one right there, we're saving up our gems. These are going to be for masteries. Again, strategically, we're going to go through here and see how far we can push and then really break out a lot more of this content. These are going to be our three primary heroes. We have Kale in here. We do have Pelops. And then, of course, Acid Rain is huge. But we're going to burn through a ton of this content in the next probably hour or two, going through and leveling up these heroes, focusing on masteries, focusing on a lot of levels, and just building them out in their entirety. It's going to be cool to see. It's going to be really cool to see. And like I said, I have Warshak right here on the horn, which is our veteran raid player. So he can guide me a little bit faster, a little bit more thorough through this as we're building this out. So if you got questions, are you starting a long account play with Raid or just small for fun? Van Gogh, it's small for fun. So this is a 14-day tournament. So it is the Raid Clash of Creators. So I'm partnered with actually Warshak, who is another content creator for Raid, actually for Raid itself. I play, of course, AFK Arena. This is going to be for fun for the next 14 days. And Raid did offer up a $22,000 prize pool. So right now the goal is farming up and getting to the point of killing the first, and really looking at killing the first clan boss. The first clan boss is the first part of this raid challenge that we have. And again, anytime, and if you're playing Raid, if you join Raid through that promo code, it is going to contribute points to our total overall team. As you make more progression in there, it is going to count towards the total points for everything. So we have to get to a certain level. We have to get to player level, I believe 13, before we can start the clan, and Warshak is going to create that clan in the entirety when we get there. You can see going through there's a pretty good storyline in here. We checked it out before, so there we go. So we get the War Priest out of there. That is what we were looking for. A lot of gear in addition. We're going to go ahead, and I'm wondering why we're not getting the 3 stars. I'm going to have to look at that. So 3 stars in these battles is really, really important because you want to finish out these in the entirety. And I'm wondering what fewer champions. So let's go ahead and drop Kale out of here. And let's run through this one more time. Auto battle, it goes through pretty quick. And I love the auto battle on here. But if we're finishing this out pretty quick with just these regular champions, we want to make sure that we're 3-starring everything on here. Every single star that we're leaving on the board is going to be loot that you are going to miss in Raid that you're not going to be able to get. Want to make sure, again, that we're 3-starring these stages, especially these early stages. It really does make a big difference. It does when you look at the loot that you're getting there. But 2 win. Started with that, a short run. I think I just did. Yep. Yeah, I was going in here. I was actually making sure because 2 or few champions. So I dropped out Kale out of my combination and just put 2 in there to 3-star these. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I know the shards, the summons, and everything are pretty big in here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Just got to get some masteries built out. Are we going to do 2 heroes with masteries first? And who do you think? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. All right. So we got 3 stars there. Looked up some loot. And this is 2 or fewer champions. So is this all going through with 2 or fewer champions? Okay. Okay. Is that the 12-3? Okay. All right. Yeah, remember
Tavern.
what's that? Oh, that's it. Wonder where everyone else is at. Because I mean, we have another 8 people doing this. There we go. Start. Yep, 2 or fewer champions. All right, we'll farm with these 2. I mean, mine are already on level 5, almost. I think almost to level 6. Did you throw gear on them? Okay. Okay. That's what I kind of figured. We'll wait. So there's 8. So tavern is unlocked. There we go. Let's go ahead and skip that. Yep. So we just unlocked the tavern as well. I got my coffee sitting here on my desk. Okay. Do we already have that? I mean, could we use it now? Okay. Okay. I confirmed it earlier. I'm thinking it's in there. All right. We are farming it up. I love the auto battle. It's so cool going through here. This game has pretty wicked graphics, honestly. I am pretty impressed. All right, so there we are, guys. Level 9, saving all of these gems in the entirety. Again, 3-starring all of these like we're looking for. Daily quest complete. We're going to complete those daily quests every single day as we continue to just push the content through here. Again, we were looking at possibly just equipping the gear we got on here. But again, as strong as these heroes are at legendary rank, it's pretty easy to go through here. You can see all the buffs. You can see they're not taking much damage at all. So we're actually going to farm through as much content as possible, as fast as possible. That is going to yield our player levels. The player levels, of course, are going to unlock everything else that we have within Raid. Want to get to that point. And again, this is a 14-day race. It's not going to be something where we're just, dilly-dallying around with a lot of other things. We have a pretty good strategy in here, guys, that we're going to be kind of farming this straight through, making sure that we do get a lot of resources, a lot of builds, and focusing again not on really the amount of heroes or amount of champions that we're going to be getting in here, but building out the current ones we have. Once we have a team. Yeah, so going through here, like I was saying, we'll go through and we'll farm kind of as far as we can possibly. Yep, we got the auto, we got the X2. We're burning through it pretty quick with this auto battle. And like I said, we're going to focus on 5 heroes or 5 champions and only 5 champions in the entirety, trying to get their masteries, trying to get them geared up. And right now, early, it's a lot more about having the stats for the gear than the sets, which comes a lot later into this game itself. But it's very hard right now to get specific sets with specific stats that you're looking for. Again, later on, that's going to be something that we're going to look at, something that we're going to focus on. There are clans, so the clans are unlocked. Oh, I should have skipped them. I wanted to skip them, so let's go to battle. Going to make me go in here. I should have, again, just kind of skipped that. There's our level 10 pack. Let me see if I can pick this one up. I'm wondering if it's going to go ahead and just launch this up to use, because we want to pick up some of these packs itself. So one of these packs, yeah, the payment window has opened. Let me go ahead and look at and see if we can go through and use some of these. Again, I know right here, I might have to log in here because we were wondering exactly what it would look like to use these and be able to use these in the entirety. But I want to pick them up. I don't want to miss any of these really, really big packs. And these 10 level, the 10s, 20s, 30s, so on and so forth, they are very, very big promotional packs. Yes, doing the purchases that we're looking at. Yep. So it said the 10, 10, 20s, and 30s were the ones that we were looking at. Yeah. I was doing the same. I was trying to make sure that I put all my credit card information out there, which is, yeah, I was kind of doing the same. So there we go. So we got the pass at the 10. Let's go ahead and close that up. There we go. All right. So it's going through a couple of the cinematics in here. And there we go. So we got the champion pass. So that is good. That part is unlocked. Challenges are there. Going through a little bit more of the tutorial. And let's hop out and get back into the battle so we can continue the campaign. We're through 2. We're moving into 3. All right. And what is this? Same thing. 2 champions. Beat stage, no losses. Yeah, 2 or fewer champions. All right. Let's continue this. We're pushing right through it. Warshak. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, definitely drop them in there. Like I said, this is the very, very first stream with Raid. Wasn't sure exactly how it was going to work, what it was going to look like when it pops up, what exactly we were looking for. We might have to get some gear. We do have a Pelops, which is a very, very big shielder in here. So I feel like, oh, I was just making sure. We hop back into chapter 3, so we're pushing through there now. I figured to get to brutal, are we thinking like 1 or 2 days, or are we thinking even faster than that? Right now, we're doing it all in one live stream. All right. Oh, Warshak's just going over the arbiter quest that we see in there. So all of these, let's get, yeah. We should be able to push all the way through into brutal. Brutal's where it does get a little bit more tough, a little bit more gear dependent on everything that we have. Yeah, let's go through here and we'll finish up. We'll finish up the easy stages in here till you get into a little bit more of the meat and potatoes of the game itself. Yeah, both these heroes are doing good. Again, we're just collecting up diamonds. Diamonds or excuse me, gems. Gems are actually going to be used for the masteries for these heroes, which again, we'll look at in just a little bit on how exactly we're going to build these out and kind of what the ETA. What do you think, Warshak? How long do you think it's going to take us to down this guild boss, knowing that it's on easy mode? All right, almost to level 10. Now, these heroes do come at 5 stars, as we've seen right there. They do go up to 6 stars, but it does require a considerable amount of resources to actually essentially food to get them built up to a 6 star. And then we're saving some resources to take these, get them to 6 stars, and then max out their level all the way to level 60 at 6-star champions. Of course, 5 stars, 50, 4 stars, you can only go to level 40, 50, and then of course 6 stars will take us to 60, which again is pretty interesting to farm through a lot of this content and getting and moving through at a pretty rapid pace. When you see we're picking up some shards in there, we're still getting all of these 3 stars. This is the beginning of the 14-day legendary journey with Raid, guys. So again, if you got some comments, if you got anything, and you definitely use that link. Once you get the link, once you get Raid all downloaded, use those legendary champions, get Pelops, just absolutely broken. You'll actually get both of these legendary champions right here for free. So it's going to be pretty easy again to make it through a lot of the content. You're not starting with just one starter. You're not just starting with one beginning hero. You're starting with a very, very strong team right out of the gate. And we know right now there is also the promotion that is going around with Ezio. Ezio is available within Raid right now, so that the Assassin's Creed crossover is live as it is right now within Raid. So there we go. So getting a lot more resources. We're on what, 3-6 normal. Normal, very, very easy, like we said earlier, just to kind of farm through relatively quickly. I mean, we're only 17 minutes in here, and we've already pushed through a lot of this. We're on, what, 3 stages, or 3 chapters, almost 4 chapters in. Just got the really, really strong big heroes. This is going to be a sprint, guys. This is going to be kind of who can get through Raid, who can get to the bosses faster. Those bosses, of course, are going to yield us points for our team, and we got to wait and see. And I don't know how often. They were saying in real time that the leaderboards are going to be updated in real time. Hoping that's true, because it would be really cool to see we're adding points as we're making progression, as we're going through content, that we're actually getting and seeing a lot more of the progression kind of on a regular basis. So there's the classic arena. Again, we're going to skip this. We want to go through and finish these out in the entirety. And this should actually yield us all 3 stars on all of the first 3 chapters. Again, might get to a point where we got to throw some gear on these guys. We're going to have to see what that looks like overall. Yeah, hope I win. I know what you mean, Van Gogh. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. And like I said, to play a different game, I'm still playing AFK Arena in its entirety, but being able to hop on here and see the build out, see a different game, see some of the champions that they possess over here, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool just to change it up after 7 years of AFK Arena and seeing exactly what they do have here as far as heroes and everything else. So there's the shield, there's the taunt. Man, that guy hits like a truck. And there we go, got the taunt. So we know we're going to be taking all of them out in the entirety. Big AoE weaken right there. Boom, and there we go. So that chapter is concluded as well. We go, got some skill books. Now, the skill books, not really going to make a big difference for legendary champions, just because those were rare skill books. We need actually a higher level. This, again, is 2 champions, so we're going to go with the same. Mainly because this one, as the leader, and I'm wondering if we do increases ally attack in all battles by 30%. You know what? I'm going to swap up my leader in here. I'm going to swap up the leader. Let's amplify the attack rating by 30%. Again, I'm level 11, not making a big difference in here, but I'm wondering if we can just cut through a little bit of this content faster with the attack rating boost that we're getting out of this champion itself. Yeah, because I mean, if it's kind of the one hit, one kill in there, that's pretty cool. I love the big overhead AoE hammer that's coming down. Then, of course, this is almost like a dark, like an enchanted forest in here. Boom, there's that big ultimate. Burning them down. 3 stars again. Yeah, this is going to be farming probably for the next 10 or 15 minutes at least. Nice. So the clan is being built, guys. Right now, Warshak is building the clan for us. He is in charge of coming up with the name as well. Sure, that one will work. I figure something easy for the clan name. That way, players and viewers can find it. Not making it too super complex for people. Yeah, I think I'm already at. That's what I thought. That's why I was asking what the cost was. I thought there was a pretty big cost associated with it. Oh, but we're not using him because we're using these two, right? So Tagor is just gonna sit there for the time being. Just unlock the Great Hall. So the Great Hall is a point, and going through here again, we are going to get to arbiter missions. They are the big part of this as well. So going over the next 14 days, really focusing on the arbiter missions. Not only do they yield you a crazy amount of rewards, but they also kind of take you step by step through Raid Shadow Legends itself. Exactly, who you need to build, when you need to build it. Some of it is incorporated with like the PvP aspect and incorporated with a lot of other pieces that this game is actually kind of built out of. So there will be a point where it'll say, finish X amount of levels at this point, or, make a little bit more progression through this. We're going to have to see what that looks like as we're going through here and as we're making that progression. It is kind of following those arbiter missions, which I might stop for a minute and see what we have as the next arbiter, what those missions look like, because he's over there. Warshak is actually building out the clan, and then we'll have to go from there and see exactly what it looks like to hop in and join that clan. Been almost 2 years since the pay to win. Oh nope, not the pay to win garbage. You can be completely free to play in this game as well. And honestly, there's a lot of players that are free to play, and they do incredibly well. It's very similar. I mean, when you think of the philosophy of AFK Arena, you can be free to play. You don't have to be. You can put money into it. But is it pay to win? To be competitive in any game, really any mobile game you look at across the board, there is going to be a very heavy pay to win aspect if you're looking to spend money into these games. And again, I see it with AFK Arena. We can see it with Raid. If you want to be in that very top echelon, that 1%, for pretty much any of those mobile games. What did you put in there for the clan name? I don't know. ABC 123. I don't know if it's taken. FHG 123. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, whatever you want to throw in there for 4. Can you not hear me? Not sure it's muted now. No, not at all. All right, guys. Okay. Yep. Okay. Not sure if you can hear me or if something's going on with the connection. Yep. They were waiting for it. These enemies are getting a lot stronger in here. There we go. Big overhead smash. Already into chapter 5? I think this is chapter 5 at this point, guys. So definitely making a little bit more progression. Again, I swapped out my leader to a little bit more resistance. What's the name of the clan? What's the name he came up with? T1W1. Oh, did they already join? Let me see. You can hear me? That's
Are we
weird.
alive?
It's weird. I'm in the basement of my house, so sometimes it doesn't always come through. All right, so team
I'm
one
wondering
wins.
it.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear indeed. I'll have to come join as soon as I get through this chapter. I'm on level 15 now, and they're taking quite a bit more damage. Might have to throw some gear on there for just 2 of them. Yeah,
What we got
because
going?
the shield is holding them up right now. Pelops is fine, but the other one is not. Let me see if you guys want to join. If you want to join the clan, it's team 1 wins. If you guys want to hop in, want to join the clan, there is the name for it. Let's go ahead. What are we on stage dash 5-4? Yeah, we're already on 5-4. Is there a way to auto equip gear, or do you have to do it manually? Okay. I figured as such. Waiting for last boss on each of, let's say he likes slow. Oh, on each chat. Oh yeah, Van Gogh. They're coming. Okay. Yeah, we're still burning through. Like I said, it's getting a little bit tougher in here, getting through some of these. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check it once I get out of here. Half an hour in, doing pretty good with the content. Waiting for the last boss on each chapter 12. Let's say he likes to show his secret. Oh, I got a viewer that's waiting for us to get to the final chapter in here. Thanks, Van Gogh. Yeah, we're making a little bit of progression. Like I said, if we do have one of these die, we'll hop out really quick. We will throw gear on them because I don't think I can do it here. No, I can do skills, I can do everything like that, but it's not going to let me gear them up from here. We'd have to hop out. We'd have to throw on some gear. Like I said, right now we're outpacing the levels that we're seeing right now. But as soon as we have somebody die in here, I will just hop out and I'll throw some gear on there. And it looks like the better gear has to go to our man on the left. It looks like he's going to be done. I think he's going to die pretty soon. There is a big shield on him though. Might be able to get through here, but it's just going to be kind of junk gear at this point. All of the stuff we kind of picked up through running through just these stages is all we're really looking for right now. But I feel like the gear is going to make a big difference. And yep, he went down. So since he went down, we will not get 3 stars on this stage. And I feel like we should be able to finish it with him. Warshak, I had my first casualty. He died. Time to gear him up. The little dwarf. Yeah.
Okay.
Pelops, he doesn't even take much damage at all. Yeah, that shielding piece just he doesn't take the damage. Oh, did you? Yeah. They get to type in the code and that's it. They get them for free when it took you weeks. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to hop out. And again, right here, we got 1 star on this one. We're going to have to go back to the Bastion. Hopping out of here, we're going to have to go in and actually check out our champions. There's a festival, a lot of stuff unlocked through here. We'll look at Pelops. We'll throw some gear on him. And as you can see, we have some offensive set, defensive set, a lot of different things, including the savage sets down here. But these do require a 4-set bonus. Here they have 2. We can actually just attack HP self-shield for 3 turns. Let's go ahead and just throw both of these on here. Again, just because he has a tendency to die a little bit quicker, we can throw on some other pieces just to make sure that he's wearing something. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw a helmet on him. Gauntlets, we have HP and it looks like 2 HP. What do we have through here? Because remember, we're looking, there's an attack gauntlet. Let's throw on one of these. No, let's save the HP. Let's save the HP for the other one. You know what? Let's go defense 2 sets. Crit rating, see, accuracy. Yeah, I don't want to put the savage set on there to ignore the defense. But again, we don't have enough for the savage set. But I want to save the HP for my other hero is actually dependent on HP. So let's go ahead and just equip up some of these. And I'm thinking the offensive set. Hope he's going to live in here for some more HP, some more speed. And I'm going to swap this helmet just with this one. Let's go ahead and swap that one. All right, so he's pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and swap into number 2. Again, I'm just going to throw this on there just because we have both of them sitting right here. Hopefully we can equip them up. There we go. So 1 and 2, a little bit of a loading right there. And then I'm thinking again, HP. So we'll go through, what do we need? We need a shield, defense. There's some speed and some HP. Gauntlets are going to give us HP, some crit rate. We'll throw on these last 2 epic pieces we have right here. There we go. They're pretty well geared up now. So those would be good. We shouldn't have any problem again going through the campaign. Going back to chapter 5. 1, 2, 3. Got all of these 3 stars right here. Boom, dropping both these in. And we should be able to, again, just kind of burn through this pretty quick. I feel like this is going to be a lot quicker just going through here with a little bit of gear. And you can see, guys, he has the shielding aspect already up on him. Going to take out teams pretty much a lot faster in here, which is going to be a good thing. So he's got that little bit of the defensive set on there just to keep him alive. Because remember, we're only running this with 2 heroes or 2 champions. So it does take a little bit more time because you don't have the full round of everyone in here fighting. Yeah, there's the unkillable. That's just a pain, depending what you got and what you're going through. The heroes that come up with that unkillable, 3 stars in that one. Another accuracy set. Now, this also has the chance when you're going through these to drop champions. So there is a possibility, and there's a couple champions that are absolutely just huge, massive requirements when it comes to, you know, the RNG of collecting champions. I know War Maiden is one that I seen a little bit earlier. Okay. Okay, I went in there and just threw whatever what he was holding on. Do I have to hop out and like do the mission? Okay, let me see. Are those the missions? Okay. Yeah, because right here I'm into chapter 6. I'm on 6 with both them. All right, so we're getting there. Which champs do you get from Link? So the Link family, it gives you Tolan, which is this little guy. It also gives you one at, I believe, level 10, level 10, level 20, level 30, and level 40. But Tolan, this legendary Tolan, this little dwarf you see right here, family, is going to be the champs that you start with. And then we do also use that code Super Victory, which gives us Pelops, which is this guy right here. He is just an absolute monster. I mean, he is just crushing through the content. And I don't know why no one's attacking him, as you can see right there. 3 more stars right there, all the way up to 18. Tholan. So Pelops is the one that we use from the code. Tholen is the one that you get for free. But if we go in and look here, boom, there is Tagore. So it is going to give you Tagore. Let me hop in and join the clan. Let me see search. So we have team one. Team one wins. Let me search. Search. Team one wins. What is that? To start. All right, there we go. I applied. Nice. We are in the clan. Whew, you got my name correct on that one. I'm gonna have to go ahead and change that someday. Okay. Okay. Okay, from the dragon. Okay. All right. Hey, I'll take day one of the dragon tournament. As long as Tholen can hold his own, he's getting wrecked again. I don't know if I had it. There is Guardian Ring. Let me skip. Because I did not put him in the vampiric gear. Did I get vampiric gear? Offense. From where? I have life, offensive, defensive, critical, and accuracy. I have no vampiric gear. Okay. Okay. Oh. The limited special offers and stuff? Okay. Let me see. Progression rewards. Got some rare, some gems. Oh, let me see. Yeah, because I don't purchase rewards. Let's collect these. There's a couple in there. Trying to see if I call the arbiter. Probably not. I'm not a super click. I look at what we're claiming here. Special. What is this? Goodie bag. Goodie bag gave me a gift. Wondered if it's in just one of these boxes in here. I got some brews. I got some brews. I got some chickens. Got some EXP. No, I'm not seeing the gear. I'm missing this. I'm missing the big thing. What's going on, Mr. I9451? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where this gear is. Call of the Arbiter. Is that just gems or what does that give us? Oh, share the trailer. Yeah, there's just okay. There's just gems in there. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to see where quests. Yeah, I got some of the quests. I got some of the achievements in there. Challenger. I don't know. I was kind of looking through and seeing passes. Oh, is this it? Let me see. I'm wondering if this is it. Rewards, claim all. Yes, I got it. It is in the apprentice pass. That's it. It is in. So make sure, guys, if you're watching, get into the apprentice pass and equip all of this vampire gear, lifesteal gear. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I gave him the self shield as well. So he's got the lifesteal gear and that self shield gear that I picked up. All right. So he shouldn't die anymore, is what we're thinking. Stage
we
number
wanna make
3.
sure
Yeah, he was very close last time. He probably had about an eighth of an inch of a life left. All right, so he'll be good in there now. All right, so there's the shielding for him. We got the life leech on him. So make sure, guys, that you're hopping in that apprentice pass and you're grabbing that chest. 6 pieces of the healing gear, the lifesteal gear. Early game, it is, and as you can see right there, guys, 100% detrimental to have that gear itself. Even here, he's taken a lot of damage. Again, boom, there's going to be a big heal for him, keeping him alive. Yeah, I might have to. What level did you take his gear up to? Did you level any of it up? Okay. Okay. Okay, because I'm gonna have to look because I know he's still getting taking some pretty decent damage here. So level all the 4 pieces are all 6 pieces up. Okay. Oh, instant bonus to 4. Okay. 3 to 4. All right. There we go. So we got this up to 4, and we're gonna do this with all of these pieces. So there's 4 upgrade, upgrade to level 4, instant upgrade. There we go. Takes it to instant upgrade to 4. There we go. Again, learning a lot about this, guys. This is the first time in literally years that we have played Raid Shadow Legends. So wanted to make sure that we're going in here, leveling these up. So we'll take all of these up to 4. And that should be good. And then even these other 2 pieces, I feel like I'm just going to upgrade it. You know what? I'm going to take it to 4. Might be a little bit of a waste, but got some more attack out of that one. And then, of course, a little bit more shielding outside of getting the healing. And I'm wondering if that's going to also fill in that Arbiter mission, because we know the missions are what we were looking through, what we were pushing through. There's our sewers. Equip a support type champion with 4 life artifacts. We're going to have to look at that in just a minute. So 4 life artifacts. But we are on, boom, stage number 4 right here. Same 2 that are going to be running through here. Hopefully this is going to be good. And good morning to you, or good afternoon. It's 12:44 right here. We are 45 minutes into raid already. Definitely making some pretty decent progression in here. Again, going through the normal missions, of course, first. But I love the shielding. I love the magma shield. We're going to have to see if we can get some books. Make sure, you guys, if you're creating a raid account, that it is a brand new account to raid. I cannot stress that. If you go through and you use my link, that link is going to link you to the raid, the Clash of Creators, what we have going on right now with this contest. That is going to be here for the next 14 days. A lot better for new players now. Yeah, this is insane. And there we go. There's an elf guard. It's pretty insane how fast you can go through here, especially because they are giving you legendary heroes up front. And like I said, within a couple days, Van Gogh, we are getting access to Ezio. I believe the 5-day, maybe 5-day or 7-day reward is Ezio. So you'll actually be able to get Ezio from Assassin's Creed as a crossover hero, which is pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool to be able to use him. I use him in AFK Arena. I don't know, Van Gogh, if you have him in AFK Arena, but Ezio used to be the GOAT when it was the insta-kill in AFK Arena. And now, like I said, he's over here in Raid Shadow Legends. Very cool to see, but it looks like we are doing much, much better since we did gear these guys up. I was worried about Tholen just getting wrecked in here, that we might have to add some more damage mitigation or add something in here for his survivability. It seems like now he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well with the gear that we put on there. Also remember, guys, this is very early raid. This is also looking at, though, going through here, we are only looking at or only utilizing 2 heroes. Traditionally, when you go through here, you would have 4 different champions that are running through here. So these 2 actually do take a considerably more damage because they are only the 2 targets. And this, again, is by design, because we want to level these champions up in the entirety. That's what we're trying to do. That's exactly what we're trying to do out of here. We have fun in AFK Arena a long, long time ago. Yeah, he was so much fun when he came in. I just remember, there were a crazy amount of places that he was being used for that insta-kill, and so powerful. so powerful when it comes to that insta kill out of there, guys. You could just decimate heroes instantly once they got low. And Ezio was also very, very difficult to kill because of his dodge mechanics, the smoke screen, stuff like that. It was pretty cool. So here we are, guys. 47 minutes in. 47 minutes in, and we're going to be done. Should be done with this one pretty quick. Hopefully we get some big hits. Boom. Gordon's Bane or Gorgon's Bane. Don't want him to die. No, Thorin. No, Thorin, don't die. Got a heal right there. We need a shield. We need a shield. There's the shield. Woohoo, that was close. That was very, very close. Now, of course, we have the taunt. That's the other big thing is with the taunt out of here. Yeah, there we go. We got through there all full 3 stars, which means into chapter 1, 2, and 3. Got some real good gear in there. Look at that. An immortal set popped up. We're going to have to look at those arbiter missions as we enter chapter 7. And there we go. Let's keep the same one. Let's keep it going with these 2. I'm hoping as soon as we get, again, kind of decimated in here, if we start losing, we might have to change it up a little bit, but we are already into 7 of 12. This game only has 12 chapters, but within those chapters, there are a multitude of levels. So you got your normal, you have, I believe, your hard, you have your brutal, and then you have your final one, which I think is pretty near impossible. If I remember last time we played this, it was pretty near impossible to go through that very bottom, highest level in here without having some really, really high tuned. Okay. Okay. We could kill him today. Okay. Hey, it's all on us. It's all on us to kill this demon lord. So where are we getting the chickens to take them to 6 stars? Okay. That works for me if you can hear me. Let me see. Sometimes it doesn't unmute. Sometimes it doesn't seem to unmute. I'm not sure if I can hear you or you can hear me again. But we're already on 3-3. Sitting. Oh, yeah. Everyone's taking Kale. If you know, guys, when you do the actual starting, Kale is going to be the champion you want to start with. That is actually the chosen starter, which is right here. You do get Tagore at level 10, and then you do get additional heroes as we continue to kind of level this up. Definitely want to focus on, again, building out some of those heroes earlier, but these are going to be the 2. Just like you're seeing right now, if you want to follow the stream, if you want to follow exactly what we're kind of just tune and burning through a lot of this content. We got to take, and again, the first thing that we're looking at in the big focus right now is taking down the clan boss, taking down the demon lord. Got to get these guys built up to probably around level 60 to be able to actually take them down, to see essentially how much damage we can produce with a brand new clan and brand new players within that clan. Now, another thing to note is within Raid, the clans, you can only do 30 players in a clan. So clans are very, very limited with the amount of players that you can actually have in a clan. We can't put 70 heroes in a clan. You are limited to those 30 heroes within a clan itself. So it is, again, a little bit more selective, a little bit more pick and choose who is joining the clan. Now, Warshak is handling that in the entirety, is all of the clans, and making sure every player that comes into the clan is a new player. It has to be a new player. It has to be a brand new player to raid on a brand new account, even if it's an old player to raid, but it is a brand new account is what we're looking at when it comes to the progression in there. And it looks like we're just burning these through, guys. They are going through, and I'm going to have to look again at those arbiter missions and see where we can make some progression. That might be something to do after we do some of the farming, just because I know they're going to yield a lot of resources out of there. And we've also gotten a crazy amount of energy as we're just pushing a lot of this content. And again, most players don't push at this level. They look around, they look at a couple different things, they go through, you know, a bunch of different pieces of content in here. We just went straight into the missions. We went straight into the campaign progression, which is going to be a big part in here. Now, if you guys can click, if you click that raid clashofcreators.com, let me know if there's any points showing up there. And I wonder if Warshak has seen it. Hey, Warshak. Is there any points? Because I thought that that Clash of Creators website was going to be updated in real time, correct? What's happening, Carol? Just want to say hi. Thank you for joining us. Awesome to see you. We're testing out for the next 2 weeks. We're going to be playing some Raid Shadow Legends if you want to join us. It's pretty cool. It's a contest for the next 14 days with another content creator, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Is I don't know how often or what it's going to look like for kind of that real time updates. Just picked up a rock tooth. No, I was trying to get War Maiden. What are some of the regular heroes that we want to look out for that drop out of the campaign? I'm gonna jot them down. I'm gonna write them down. Okay. 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 Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a pretty fun game. Okay, so hopefully we get somebody really good out of summons that just destroys bosses. Wow, that's pretty epic. He's not dying. He's not dying now, which is good. He's got that shielding, so I put the 2 pieces of shielding items that I had, and then the 4 pieces of the healing. Okay. Yeah, just kind of capping him over. What level are you on? Okay. Okay, so chat. Okay, so level 50. Okay. Yeah, I remember that slightly, that they do start at level 1 once you take them. Once we take them to 6 stars, they're going to be level 1. Okay. Yeah, for the keys. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm on 8-6 right now. Okay. Now, what packs do we have that we can pick up? Is there anything else that we can pick up, like pack wise or gear wise or anything of that nature? Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, probably because we just joined the clan. Okay. Now, what are the benefits for joining a clan within Raid? Okay. Okay, so the clan boss. Okay. Yeah, me too, Vanguard. Me too. Get Wixpo and it's G. Oh, get. Is that from the summons, Van Gogh? Nice. Okay. Yeah, so definitely join the clan. Let me drop it in here, clan name. That way they can see it. Team 1 wins. There we go. That way if they want to join, if they're watching, yeah, we're on level 29 right now. Uh-oh. What stage? Okay, 10-3. So 10-3 might be the difficult one to get through. Okay. Yeah, what are we, almost an hour in? Yeah, 1 hour in already. Okay. Yeah. Because are we going to end up using, we're going to use Kyle or not? You're going to put him in there? Okay. Yeah, so what we're realizing is once we got to chapter 10, yep, it's from Summon's Easy Way to Get. Very nice. Yeah, what we've noticed right now, Vanguard, is Warshak's going through. He's in chapter, I believe, 10 right now, and they have a poison debuffs that are just wrecking the teams themselves. So definitely a little bit more difficult to go through there. I might have to see where my gems are, because remember, it's 800 gems to go ahead and get the masteries for these heroes. And I feel like the masteries are going to be very, very big to go through here and just literally be able to burn through a lot more content when it comes to the build on these guys. So again, having the masteries, and we know this is the team that we are going to be using for the guild boss. So getting out the masteries and getting them out early would actually make sense. Let me see if we can go. Let me go collect up some of these. There's our EXP. So I'm going to look at where we're at. So we're at 455. And I know in here, that's a big pack. Those are a lot of gems. But I don't want to worry about shards. Shards I'm not worried about because for me, shards are not going to last very long. We're not going to use shards for a ton of different times. But I'm wondering if we go in here and we pick up some of like the daily gems or things of that nature. Might have to look at it a little bit later. With some of these packs and just picking up again a couple of gems. Daily gem pack, of course, is a good purchase. I'm going to see if we can just pick this one up real quick and have this one. But that way, again, we know that we have the gems And this is going to give us quite a bit more when it comes to just moving quickly and going through. Again, that's going to give us over, I believe, the next 25 days. That gives us 455. We can pick up some out of here. 705. We need 800. I believe 800 is going to be to unlock all of the masteries, if I remember correctly. We go here, get all scrolls. 800. We're close. We're close. We're less than 100 away. And then, like I said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build them. Right there was a big book pack that we might have to circle back and pick that one up. But let's see, we're already on stage 5. Teams in there. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead because that looks pretty good right now. 2 packs. Again, we're just a little bit shy on there. Yeah, hopefully the summons. And I know farming through here, getting through all of these stages and getting to the point of the summons, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changer if you have one of the 5 teams in here, Van Gogh, that pulls a very strong hero very early in raid. I feel like we could just absolutely crush it with having the ability to again kind of pull one of these heroes or pull one of these really strong, one of these top tier heroes very early within here. I mean, we're already on level 30 and we only go to 50 on 5 stars. Again, we're making some pretty solid progression. I want to get Tholen and I want to get all of his masteries because Pelops, you can see he is living and really doing very well. So I feel like that's where, on another hero, or if we want to add 3 in here, we definitely could. Might be a little bit easier to get that done. But I also think to what you were saying, Van Gogh, is we also have, I believe, the 2x summons is coming in 3 days. So then it becomes the question if we do the summons now, or if we wait for that 2x summons to increase, increase the ability to possibly get someone or get 2 someones within there. Again, it's going to be interesting how we're going to play this. If we're going to get to the point and say, you know what, let's just go ahead and pick up a couple heroes or do a couple summons. Or we might have other teams that are doing kind of an entirely different strategy, Van Gogh, that are coming in here and just piling into shards for the 100% kind of that RNG aspect of getting it done with shards. That would be a pretty interesting way. If you went in here and bought a bunch of shards and went through there. What's going on, Juan? Thanks for joining us for some raid. This is very early. If you have not played raid before, the link is right up above so you can join the team. We are doing a 14-day the raid the raid contest that is going on is for the next 14 days with some content creators. We have the raid Clash of Creators going on. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool again to see a different game from a different perspective. It's pretty neat to see. It is pretty good to see. Yeah, there's the poison. So we're getting some shielding up there, but we are seeing some poison. There's the big life heal. And you can see, guys, how much stronger these bosses are getting. As just the ability to take down these. And remember how fast we were killing some of the earlier bosses. Yeah, it's going to start stepping it up. It's going to start requiring us to be and being a lot stronger, a lot more strategic with what we have going through here. Be interesting to see what all the other creators are doing as well. Just knowing, this is a whole process of getting it 1, 2, and there is a shield guard 1, 2, 3. All right, so that takes us into chapter 10, Godfrey's Crossing. And again, we're just going to stick with our same team, already on level 31. Definitely pushing some content in here. And I love that double attack, guys. Almost took down both of them. And it seems like we're almost keeping up with the enemy. I mean, we're on 31 right now, but they're already on 38. Now, again, Warshak was saying this was the difficult one because of the stacking poison. So this is the stage that it might definitely get a little bit more difficult for us making progression because of the burns and the poisons. We're gonna have to see what that looks like. But I love the heal. That lifesteal gear is just absolutely pivotal. Again, we might have to hop on, and I'm wondering what Thorin's raid looks like. Just because I'm thinking, let me hop in here. That way we can pull this up. You know, we can look at some of the promo codes. We can do a couple other things, but I want to look at what we would have to build for him specifically, just because of. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Was it the books? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at that pack. Is the sound working again? Sometimes it doesn't unmute. We're through Discord, so unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't show up. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it doesn't unmute, or it just doesn't have a good connection. It'll be back in a minute. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going through. So we're gonna have to go check out those packs right now, guys. See exactly what we do have out there. We don't want to miss the skill books. So he used 5 on Tholin, and then he used 5 on Telos to build him up a little bit further. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go look at those. Let's see what pops up. So we got the skill books, elite growth pack, elite shard pack. Again, we don't want the shards as much as I would love them, but that's a big price tag in there, guys. That is one. I'm wondering, hey, Warshak. See, it's not working in there. Is this game fun and free to play friendly? It honestly is. So very similar, like we were kind of talking with AFK Arena with you know all of the games. It's really the expectation of what the game is and how the game works, because there's going to be a point where is it free to play friendly? Yes, there are a lot of people that literally play this game, you know, 100% free to play. It does work very well as a free to play player. You get a lot of rewards, you get a lot of different things out of here. If you want to be very competitive within the game itself, that is where it gets a little bit more difficult, where you have to set the expectation. And I talk about this even when it comes to, you know, AFK Arena, is you have to set the expectation of what it is going to look like, you know, really when it comes out with some of these packs, or when it comes to, are you buying money? Are you putting money into the game? Are you not putting money into the game? It's something, again, where it's going to be very, and I'm trying to find where that elite growth pack is. I think, let me see. I want to see if Warshak bought this. Yeah, it can be very free to play friendly. Again, it's super dependent on what you want and what you're looking for and where you're going to place. Is this not working, Warshak? It's okay. So you got the elite growth pack? That okay. That, okay. Okay, so pick that one up. Okay. Okay. So that's what we're planning. Right. That's what I was thinking, kind of the race to it. Okay. All right. Then that's going to be the plan. Oh, is there? I'm gonna have to check to see what we got. So I picked up that growth pack. There's some stars, there's some energy. Yeah, I got the books. So you use the books with 5 and 5? Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me check that out. Purchase rewards. Oh, we got some tomes in there too. Yeah, that gives a lot of energy. All right, so 5 and 5. Let me skills, isn't it this one? Yeah. And so tavern, I level them up, right? Skills.
Yeah.
Stolen. All right, so 5 and 5. Let me see what I get out of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, so 5 in there. There we go. So it gave me Demon Breaker 5 and Back to the Abyss 2. I did 5 on Tholen. Okay. And then Pal also went Triumphant Blow to 5 and Gorgaz Bane to 3. I don't know. No, oh, nice. Let me see. Because I know it said, what was my other, I think a support? I was looking at the Arbiter really quick. So there's some chickens. Did they kill the boss? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. They just went in and bought keys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I was figuring. That's a very, very big, just straight up race to kill him that easy, that fast. No void. Let's see. So what's our next goal? Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah, they got a lot better as far as all the skills. Oh, one person that just went through there. Yeah, just went in the same way and then took out the boss. Oh, we are getting there. An hour 15 in of 14 days. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and do the arbiter and pick up everything else that's kind of sitting out there. Yeah, I think I'm in 10. I'm already at, I think, the end of 10. Yeah, so they probably did 0. They just used all their brews for levels and then maybe just bought chickens to 60. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean the last 14 days, that's gonna be quite a bit. Now, what about all the other codes outside of like the hero code, the new hero code? Okay. I'm free to play and almost did it 5 years. Still did fun. Just never know you're going to be top of PPV. Yeah, and that's the thing, Van Gogh. Like I said, I know getting a little off the topic. Absolutely, it's very free to play friendly if you set the expectation. Like what Van Gogh was saying, there's no way you're going to be in that top, 0.5%, that top 1% when it comes to PvP. It's going to be incredibly difficult from Raid Shadow Legends perspective. And honestly, looking at any mobile game, you're going to have the exact same thing. It is going to be very, very hard as a free to play player to be in there. It's going to be, again, it's going to be very, very hard to be in the very top 1% of any mobile game if you're not putting money into it. That is it. It is free to play friendly if you have it with the expectation of it being free to play. So now the question is, did they update the leaderboard with them? Oh, wasn't? Who did it? Okay. Yeah, that's insane. Can't run raid for 24 hours a day. Yeah, that's incredible. Still running through with the same two heroes though. They're at 34. Oh yeah, they're doing way more damage. Yeah, we might have to take a couple minutes and look at the arbiter missions to keep this going. But these will actually unlock as we're going through here, guys, to get these. Now there is Herald. It'll still give us credit if we got 3 stars on a stage and it's part of the arbiter mission. It will still give us. It'll still give us all the rewards out of there. So even though we're not hopping out, we're not going in there, we're not completing that other part of the arbiter mission, it will still be there. It'll still be there for us. And of course, this is only a very, very small fraction of Raid itself. This is a tiny part of Raid. When you start looking at this game, it does get much bigger, as Van Gogh can kind of attest to. There is a massive amount of stuff within this game itself. This is just a very easy part. Think of it as the campaign. It is the basic part of the game, but there are bosses. There are a ton of different bosses. There's a ton of different champions, heroes. There's stuff that unlocks on certain times, on rotations. Clan bosses are done every day. It's pretty impressive with how much there is in this game itself. Even the skills and abilities. And then when you start adding on kind of layer by layer, when we think of AFK Arena in kind of all the different layers of the game itself, you start adding in gear, you start adding in gear sets, you start adding masteries like we built for Pelops. You start adding in level over level artifacts in different gear that has different abilities. You're just adding more and more depth to a game like Raid. Now, of course, Raid has been around for 7 years, the exact same. So Raid's 7th anniversary is right now. AFK Arena's 7th anniversary is going to be next month. It is in April. So literally it is 1 month apart from the release that we've seen within Raid, and then looking at AFK Arena. But it's pretty interesting to see. And like I said, the visuals of this game, I mean, look at our champions. The visuals are just super impressive. I mean, when you look at the build, when you look at the dynamics, when you look at the animation of these heroes, it's very realistic. That is one thing that, again, I played Raid years ago, and that was one of the big things that really drew me to it, was how realistic everything in this game is and how it looks. Because just like we just got Odysseus released, the look, the design, the build of the heroes, I love. I love how they look, the big armored heroes. Um, it's very cool to see. It's very cool to see the old sword and board, and it looks like maybe no, he's coming back. There's his shield. I was gonna say maybe he's gonna die on this one. There's some big debuffs. Boom, the double hammer. Dolan's pretty cool. Dolan is another one again that I haven't seen. Pull-ups is the exact same. Another one that I haven't seen. We're on 35 already, farming through a lot of this. Now remember, this is also on normal. Then we have to go to hard, and then we have to go to brutal and everything else. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer farm, and we're already an hour 22 in here. We'll probably stream for about 2 hours in here. Just being able to take down a lot of this and make a lot of progression in here, because I want to make sure that you guys understand what we're looking at, what we're getting into, and how this game kind of works, kind of the mechanics behind it. We can even hop out. We can look at a couple other things instead of just running straight campaign to see what it looks like. Since we know the guild boss is already done, not a huge push anymore, not a huge drive to get these heroes, ramped up ASAP all the way to 60. Not a big one in there because that guild boss already died within an hour 15. It was already cooked. And in here, guys, there are some cruel sets. Very cool to see all of the different gear that we're getting. This is chapter 12. This is the last chapter. These are last stages when it comes to building this out. New tournament position number 2, because we're farming. We're farming like crazy. And another thing in here is tournaments. I know tournaments in here are just absolutely massive. That when you start looking at the tournaments, when you look at having the ability to go in and compete, people save. I guess when tournaments are down or not open, everyone is kind of just saving all of their resources, waiting to see exactly what does come from the tournaments itself. When tournaments offer you very, very good rewards, and this is going to be very important as well, G-Star, when it comes to free-to-play, and the free-to-play aspect of this game is you almost have to systematically plan with exactly how you're going to spend your resources within raid to get the most benefit in seeing, some events, are they going to be worth it? Is there going to be a point? Oh, and he died. Dolan died. That's not a good one. That's okay, though. We might have to put in a second one. Stage 12, Dolan is dying again. Might have to figure out something with him. Yeah, because as you can see, guys, we lost the stars here. Let me hop in the Bastion and see what we have out of here, what we can do. We already got, look at that, 7 books, 14 books. That's a pretty big purchase in there. Tournament level 3, and I'm wondering if we get anything out of here. All the red dots, guys. Crazy, crazy amount of red dots. Let's go ahead and claim. What do we got? Oh, name change. Got some resources. Got another hero right there. I'm just wondering if any of these are going to give us anything really worth it. So there's the Titan event. Again, I feel like, yeah, a little bit of bruise, a little bit of levels out of there. Not a lot of things to do within there. Challenge, of course. Get a rare epic, just some more gold. And I was thinking if any of these we could just pick up and get any of, there's our check-in, any rewards or anything out of here to actually build them up a little bit further, because we have them pretty well geared out in here. What do we got? A Sacred Order ring. You know what? Let's only champion. Oh, from the Sacred Order. He's not Sacred Order, so unfortunately, there's nothing we can do in there with him. But we have to find a way to get him and to keep him alive. I'm wondering if we should have done masteries on him instead. That could have made sense in the entirety. But you know what? It might be a point where we just add in a third hero and not worry about the rest of this. So let me add in Kale. Let me drop Kale in here. Now, Kale's another hero that we're going to be using for quite a bit, which I'm kind of wondering, because we have the Great Haul up, we have the Guardian Ring, we have the Market. We have a ton of things that are up in here. And I know a lot of players said to build this out or buy this out first, but I'm not going to. Yeah, so looking at Tholen, he is now dying at 12. He is dropping out in chapter 12. So I'm thinking, yeah, we may have to put Tagore in there. You know what? Let me get some gear on Tagore. Because I'm thinking Tagore versus Kale, he could be really strong. And I know he's support. So what did we need for support? Again, looking at the missions, equip a support with 4 life artifacts. Let's throw life artifacts on Tagore. And again, I feel like we're probably going to get crushed out here. But let's equip all of these up. Yeah, and this is really, really sad gear to drop on there, but that completes our mission. 4 level 4 artifacts. I thought we had life on one of these heroes. Maybe he did have the life, which he does. So 4 level 4s. Let's upgrade this to 4. That is going to be easy. So we'll set all of these to 4. We're going to burn through some of our silver in here. Let's upgrade to level 4. There we go. 1, 2. Let's upgrade this again to level 4. And let's upgrade this one to level 4. Again, I'm hoping it'll help a little bit, maybe a little bit more defense. But that is going to give us, I believe. Oh, it wasn't him. Level 4 support champion with level 4 artifacts. So we're going to have to level those up as well. This is where you can get a little bit kind of lost, burning through some of our silver in here. But we have 5 million, so I'm not too worried about that. I know we're going to upgrade some of the cheaper pieces too, which are kind of the rest that we got. We got some boots in there too. Let's upgrade the boots. Yeah, 3 HP set. Let's go 4 to level 4. Looks like we did get another piece out of there. Level 4 right here. Boom. All right, 5.32. So let's complete up some of these missions. 4 XP brews at the tavern. You know what? Let's hit up the tavern. I'm going to go in here now. He is Tagore is going to use these because those are specific. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 4. Yep, Tagore's got some. Mission complete right there. We can click the mission itself, collect it up, summon 5 champions. We're going to have to do that soon. I'm going to drop Tagore in here. I'm going to drop Tagore in here in just a moment. So let's drop out these 2. Let's drop Tagore in there at level 21. Yeah, free to play, almost 5 years. That is awesome to see. Now we could drop Kale in here too, because we know we're not going to be winning. Give me just a moment, guys. I'm going to be right back in just a minute. All right, quick refill on the coffee and we're good to go again. That's it. We're about an hour and a half in. Yeah, got about another 30 minutes here. Kale looks like he died here, but I think he's going to gain some levels out of here. And then Tagore, of course, stayed alive. Yeah, there we go. Level 4. He also doesn't have gear. Not too worried about the stars on here because we can also double back and see and build these out with these stars. These are how you level up a multitude of heroes. When we start looking at the increased speed that we have of Tagore and all the buffs and everything, really does make a big difference on the progression because now we have 2 other heroes. We're running our 4 team. And as you can see, Kale definitely going and taking a lot of damage, but also getting the big shielding and also getting that XP. So every level that he's gaining in here, of course, just going to kind of go faster and faster with that poison. And you'll notice right there, it was resisted. That is accuracy. So this game has a crazy amount of stats that are in here when you look at accuracy, when you look at everything else. Some of our stuff will not land because we just have either no gear or completely randomized gear. So we're not able to actually go through here and take everything out as fast as we can. And this is actually dropping the curing set, which isn't very good really at all. But I feel like going through here, this is going to finish out normal, just adding these 2. And we can always circle back. We can even circle back when we get one of these heroes up to 50 or 60, and they can pretty much solo it. Is Ezio good? I just downloaded the game again. Yes. So a lot of players have said that Ezio is very, very, very good. As a hero, that he has the ability with guild bosses. He has synergy with a couple of other heroes. I know overall, I look at like how Hades and a couple other players that have played Raid forever. getting Ezio, he does pair with a couple different places, and they did give him a pretty high rating overall. When you get to the point of getting Ezio for free. Now, last time I played this, I believe it was 2 years ago. I think it was probably about 2 years ago that we actually played this. So it has been a while since we've actually played Raid. But yes, a lot of players were saying Ezio is very good. Does require a specific build out to have the utility of him. But again, looking at like how Hades and a couple other players have said that Ezio is overall is pretty good when you do build him out. And look, I got his website up right here, just kind of looking through it and run through it. So Kyle goes to 8. Tagore is already on 22. Now it splits the stuff through here. Ezio is a good one for PvP and PvE. So pretty much both game modes. Van Gogh says that Ezio is pretty good for both of those in the entirety. I think. How we look in Warshack? I'm not sure if he's muted and he's over there talking. There we go. So we landed poison on both of these. Again, we used some of our books. We've used quite a few of our resources in here, which I'm okay with. I'm definitely okay with getting and using some of these resources. Yeah, Ezio is a couple days away. And that's going to be another interesting one because if we pull and get some of these legendary heroes, kind of figure out exactly what that looks like, where they're going to fit into formations. Because only having 4 heroes in here, it's pretty dynamic. It's a pretty dynamic buff system. Who's going to support who has synergy. Kind of in line with each other. Here's the gem mine unlocked. Let's go ahead and skip the gem mine and just continue through here and see if we can finish out normal in its entirety. So I mean, going through the entire normal section in less than 2 hours, pretty good over. How do I get 2 legendary heroes? If there's a code for legendary, yep. Let me share it with you because there's 2, and I don't know did you download the game with my link? If you didn't use the link, your points are not going to count, and you will not get Thorin right here or Tholin. You will not get Tholin. And if you look at Pelops right here, Pelops is actually going to be from this code Super Victory. So if you play Raid years ago and it logs into the same account, it has to be a brand new account to count towards the Clash of Creators. So if you do not have a brand new account, if you're using an old account that you had on there, Love Anime, it is not going to count towards our point totals. You, of course, can still play it, everything like that, but it is not going to give you that legendary that we have Tholin, and you can still use that code. Actually, you can't use the code for Pelops. You're not going to be able to, because if you don't, the code for Pelops is only good for 2 days. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to use either of those. So if you've played Raid before, if you go to a PC and you download Raid with a new email address, it will give you access to all of those, including that link for the new hero for Tholin, as well as the other heroes that are available in here, and also Palos. You'll get access to him as well. So if you're re-downloading it from the App Store, if you've already had it, it is going to log you back into the Essence with Plarium that you had before. It is not going to log you into a new Essence where you get all of the new heroes. And like I said, with that promotion code Super Victory, it is only available for the first, and I believe it is 48 hours of gameplay. Once you get past that 48 hours, unfortunately, you are not going to be able to use that at all. The code will no longer work, which kind of stinks. But like I said, they use the code and they have those bigger promo codes to bring individuals to Raid, getting those new heroes. Like we said, with Warshack, it took them about 3 weeks to get Palos. Where right now we're getting him for free. We're still getting there, baby steps. I had to put in another hero because we got demolished in stage 12. Is it working now? Sometimes it doesn't work when we go ahead and unmute in there. Let me see. Can you hear me now? Okay. The War Shack has moved over to the Dragon's Lair. We suffer our first defeat. I don't know. I think it's something going on with something in here. So there, it's back to unmuted. And I don't think he can hear me because he's not responding. More Plarium points. All right, so he has moved over to the dragon. So let's hop in the dungeon, and we're looking at speed gear right here, which is there. There he is, and his surprise skill. Oh yeah. So right here, guys, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna drop in our leader, and I'm thinking, let's go with this one. And I think we can put 5 in here. Ooh, I don't know the other one we're using. Let me check with the War Shack on who we're using in here, because I know it's 8 stamina, which, I mean, we have a crazy amount. I'm wondering, let's go ahead and just see what this looks like for this giant dragon. All right, so pretty easy. I mean, pretty low level right there. Let's auto speed this. All right, so you're farming through the dragon. Who? Yeah. Okay. 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 I think the ham we get for free. I, I think I have one of them. I think it gives you one when you started, one of those, one of the places that you click. Oh no, it's the brew with the M. Okay. 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 So once they like reset to 1 star, then go back to the 6 star, or go back to level 60. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I was looking in here and I don't see chicken packs either. I see a level 4 chickens. Okay. Oh, here's rank 5 chicken times 4. The privilege pack. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's a great question. Wow. Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah, because I'm on 19. What does the 20 pack look like? I Okay. I'm wondering if that is the 20 pack. Yeah, because I know they said like the 10, 20, buy them for the 5 stars, 6-star legendary chickens and skill books. Now, do you get EXP out of the dragon? Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let me go to Kyle and let me level up his books. Yep, upgrade skill. I have 12 of them. Okay. The basic blue ones? Okay. Oh, nice. Then you're like, oops. Okay. Picture the brood of the champion. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm still curious how they got the 60s. I wonder if it is from leveling up. Yeah. Because okay. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm farming the dragon. I think I'm on dragon 4 right now. Okay. Right, farming the dungeons. Okay. Just farm 10. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so farming accessories for all the champions. Yeah, because I'm on 37 right now. Yeah, got some pretty good shielding on here. You can see all the debuffs actually stacking right up here on the dragon. I believe I can click. I know it's right around here somewhere that we can literally click on what is afflicting and what is on here and what does it kind of mean. Because we have poisons, we have some attack debuffs, we have a few different things in here. I'm here to root for you, Hippo. Are you winning? Right now, I don't know. That is kind of that is the question. Are we winning? I don't know if the board has been updated. The raid clashofcreators.com. I know there was already a group that killed the easy boss. So remember, it's a 14-day contest in the entirety. First one, of course, was killing the clan boss on easy, and then the second one is actually killing the clan boss on hard mode, which I don't know if we're going to get to within the 14 days to kill him on hard mode. The rest of it is going to be based on players and my progression itself. We're getting points for pretty much everything, doing the bosses, doing everything else, making progression in the entirety. That's okay. Just running the dragon again. I'm on level 37 now. Yeah, we might be 1 or 2 more levels and then we'll have to stop on the dragon. The dragon might get too tough. Okay, so it was the apprentice pass? All right, so it was the apprentice pass? I'm not sure you can hear me. Sometimes it doesn't seem to unmute, but it was the apprentice pass. So you can actually buy down, very similar to what we see with most purchases. You can actually buy down the passes further, and that's where they were actually or able to get a bunch of the chickens, which of course bring your heroes up to 60s. Is just buying them out and making some progression in there. Which I'm wondering, because they're standard, there's rare, not too worried about that. But they said it was the apprentice pass. So apprentice pass. Here are the challenges. Oh, so if you got the advanced pass, you're getting, but you'd still have to farm this quite a bit, because if we get the advanced pass, right there, guys, that is the advanced pass. Advanced 10 levels going in there. Yeah, that's going to make a big difference on the progression, is going through there and getting and picking up that apprentice pass. Claim all. Yeah. 3, 2, look at it. 4, 6. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole lot of chickens, very, very fast in there. And it also gave us the 10 levels on the apprentice pass. So it gave us all of those rewards. Yeah, +1 levels $1, get all 6 levels with, there we go. There's Rector Drath, that is in there as well. Yeah, so once we get to 20, which again, going through here, doing the daily challenges, which are complete, the apprentice challenges, we're going to have to go through here and finish these out. And you can see they're all focused around kale. So I just bought it with all the chickens in there. So then what do we do in the tavern? So we got a lot of the chickens. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's another one too. If you do the elite pass plus levels, that gives you another 2 5-star chickens. Plus, it gives you the legendary champion a roll. So if you just went in there and bought those, yeah, you would just get everything that's in here, including him, with the elite plus all levels, and his gear. Yes, because there it's got another 2 chickens. Yep. So that would be able to just go straight to 60 right there. Yeah. But even then, buying them for the chickens to have both of those 60s, that'd be pretty easy to get there pretty quick. Is he okay? So you just run out of the gate with all the legendaries. Okay. Yeah, because let me see. I'm on Dragon 8. Let me go ahead and run this one. Yeah, we'll have to plan out if we're going to pick out some more of those chickens, or if we're just going to grind it like we normally do. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. It'll work out well. I mean, we're just about 2 hours into this. Oh yeah, yeah. It's went by quick. So then, who are we going to focus on going forward? What's going to be the big one to build? Okay, Palos to 60. Yep. Okay, I think I'm one short. Okay. Okay, the arbiter. Okay. Oh, it's got to be open to get credit for it. Okay. Okay. All right. Nice. Plan is slowly growing, guys. Good to see some new players in there. Yeah, just coming up with a game plan with Warshack, trying to figure out exactly what we're going to focus on. See if we're going to get some more chickens. See if we're going to get some more 60s out of here. Of course, Kyle is going to have to be a focus now because of the apprentice pass, and he is a starter. We're going to have to get him geared up. We're going to have to get and be able to get a lot of those to essentially unlock a lot more within the game itself. So it's going to be a lot of progression. Okay. Yeah, I might just throw it on my tablet and just play when I'm out and about tonight. Yeah, I think we're in like the tens of thousands. Let, yeah, let me also take a look at. Did you collect all your rewards from the campaign? Because that's a bunch of little gem pieces as it progresses. Okay. Yeah, because you're a little bit down because of the guild. Yep. Yeah, we'll have to get some more out of there. All right. Nice. All right. Nice. Yeah, because what the guild is what 30? We can only let the first 30 people in, and then we have to make sure that they're active after that. Okay. Yeah, because I'll have to take a look at what we purchased, what we got, because I know it's capped with what we can get. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna see what it looks like with those two, because I think I'm almost on 20 now. I'm doing Dragon 10 right now. Yeah, that's gonna be a pass. Yeah, that's a lot of gems though. If you want to unlock the masteries on everybody, but if we're only doing 5 heroes, yeah, because if we're only doing the five heroes to focus on. What about summons? Because I know I seen the arbiter mission for some summons. Okay, just using like those green shards. Okay. Okay. Well, I think it had said that like 3 more days till the 2x. Yeah, on that Plarium homepage, I think that's what it had said. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we are at the 2 hour mark here. I don't think I can take down Dragon 10. I'm gonna have to look at getting a couple more gears, going through some of these arbiter missions. Gonna have to look at a little bit of this later. Yeah. Okay. Well, should I get that pack and just take Telos to 6 stars at level 60? Is that what you did? Okay. Okay, to see, yeah, what pops up then. Okay. Yeah, because I gotta summon 5 champions. Go ahead and go. There we go. So we did summon in there, so that completed that arbiter. Nothing really good out of there. All right, so that mission. Yeah, I'm gonna work through some of these. Clear stage 1 of the Arcane Keep. Because I know, isn't some of these like the rotations a little bit different on when they're open and when they're not? Okay, I thought so. Yeah, because if we're stuck on some of the arbiter missions because they're locked. Okay, I thought I had remembered that. Okay. All right. I, yeah, Trump. So they went in, yeah, just bought the chickens, got to 60, and just boom, knocked it out. Okay. Yeah, there's my last book. Upgrade a rare type with a skill tome. Rare type with a skill tome. Rare type is Kale. Upgraded skills. Skill tome. So he is maxed out now. I maxed all of his abilities. That gave me the Arbiter mission that we were looking at. Get a referral link. Okay. That was 30 diamonds. And then it's going to Arena. Classic Arena. All right. I'm gonna have to hop in here and do some do a little bit of Arena. It's giving me the rundown of it. Yeah, I figured. All right, have fun. Yeah, we're gonna have to hop in the arena. This is the classic arena, so let's hop in here. Set your arena defense first. Let's just go ahead and add some of these big heroes that we have. Might not be fair at all, but we do have to win the arena battles, getting some more resources out of there. Yeah, summon a champion, summon a champion. This is going to give us some tomes if you see right up here. Win a campaign using 4 champions of level 20 or higher. Have to get another champion out of there. Then, of course, we'll knock out some of these quests. We'll get some more diamonds out of here. The dailies, the weeklies, working on these kind of over and over again. So we have a lot more stuff to do in here, guys. It's going to be kind of crazy because I think we have a lot. Yeah, quest reward. So let's hop in. Let's again do arena, knockout, and I think we needed 3 of them. Of course, the resistance is going to be big in here. And again, I feel like we could start on auto. It'd be pretty easy just to knock this out. With where we're at level wise, I think it's just going to be like a cast. There we go. Yep, and then it's pretty much over with the team that we have, and we're almost to 20. We're almost to 20 at this point, so let's go ahead and battle here. We'll just start on auto, make it easy, and burn through this pretty quick. Yeah, now we're also picking up right here the steel, but we're getting these rewards, the bronze medals. Bronze medals are going to come into play a little bit later, just based on what we're building. We want to make sure, again, that we're focusing on these arbiter missions. They are going to be massive point production, utility, but really massive point producers in here. Then over the next 2 weeks, we're going to do a couple more videos. We got a couple more streams that are kind of planned in here. And again, I want to focus on and bust out a lot of these. Unlock a mastery for any champion. Let's go ahead and look at the masteries. Oh, we already did one. I think we have 10 though. I'm gonna have to look and see because what is Kale? Or no, we got 10 for him. Wondering what does it cost? We can unlock 5 of these. Let me look at what his mastery look like. Again, I'm gonna hop over and I'm gonna look at Hell Hades and take a look at what these masteries look like for him specifically. So if we look up Dolan, this is just a massive YouTube content creator for Raid Shadow Legends, and just the builds in here and the crazy amount of knowledge. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna do a nuker for him. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and unlock this one. Boom, got that one completed. Collecting that up. Stage 1 of the Minotaur Labyrinth 2 times. Gonna hop in the Minotaur, again, gonna drop. So we know that his masteries are full, so we're good on there. So he'll get masteries. And I feel like we can just run these two. This, of course, is gonna give us access to just books. Now, if you have one like Pelops that is built out with his masteries, he will not receive mastery books. That is important to note, because if you're going in here and you're farming scrolls to build out masteries for some of these heroes, there's only going to be the heroes that do not have maxed masteries that are going to have the ability to actually go in here and get scrolls to build the masteries. So that, again, something very important to note in here is it'll be easier to build masteries because you can build them on one very specific hero, like right there, maxed out right there. So again, Tholen is going to get all of the resources out of here. So am I winning? We didn't win the guild boss, but I am okay with that because we are still winning when it comes to everything else in this game and making progression. I'm happy. Like I said, this is 14 days of progression that we're going to have to push through here. Absolutely going to take some time, going to take some hard work and some dedication to raid over the next 2 weeks to see where we do land at the end of week 1, where we end at the end of week 2. It's going to be interesting to see again where exactly we do kind of fall in with here, and where we do fall with everything. There we go. So 2 more, or essentially 4 more for Tholen. And that did and should have completed the mission in here. There we go. So we got 3 stars. Win 1 of each life artifact from clearing the castle stages. 1 of each type. So when we look at each type, remember there are 6 types, and we are looking specifically at getting 1 of each type. So if we're looking at 1-1 normal, these are going to be the actual types. So the possible drops in here. So we're going to have to farm all 6 of these stages that we already did 3-star to go in here and actually build those out. And again, looking at making the progression, but we want to ensure that we're staying up with this Arbiter mission. And also, I'm almost thinking that if we go in here, is if we can get to, or if we can push into essentially the hard mode right here, we should be able to farm the gear on hard mode. So let's hop into 12 and see if we can finish this out in the entirety with them being a little bit higher in levels, maybe a little bit more geared. So again, it's going to make a big difference on really pushing the progression in here for what we have going on, and being able to, there we go, take down all of these heroes, including the boss in this in the entirety. We're going to get some more 6-star chickens. We're going to move some of these heroes, especially looking at pull-ups, up to 6 stars. We're going to do some summons on the 2x event that's coming up in another 2 or 3 days. And then we're going to move from there and see exactly how much progression we can push within these 14 days within raid. A little bit over 2 hours, which again is going to be normal for about the streams on here, just because there is so much content. And I know right now, a lot of it very basic when it comes to making progression in this game, just because it is very early. We're talking 2 hours into a game that has been around for 7 years. It's kind of crazy, but we will definitely get there on the account, making a lot more progression on a regular basis and getting these heroes built up to really where they need to be, and where we can farm this content on a regular basis. I'm gonna have to check out the website there for the raid, clashofcreators.com, see where we're scored at, because again, they said it should be updated in real time in the entirety. So we know going through there and being able essentially to build that. So here's the epilogue. So this will complete out, and this should be chapter, level 20 right there. Faction wars are unlocked. I'm going to skip those, and then we're going to go back to the map. Boom. So there we go. So we got that. We're going to have to again go back, pick up some of these stars, but now the castle is unlocked. This is what we are looking for, because within the castle itself, I'm going to run this team. Again, we're not looking for the stars right now, but now we're looking for the gear. I want to get the gear so we can finish out those arbiter missions in there. I can see you continuing playing it at 14 days if you get hooked to it. I don't know, Van Gogh, because again, this is the second or third time that I've played Raid. And I enjoyed it. And even in here, guys, we got a shard, so we're gonna have to replay this one because we didn't get the gear. It says we have to get all 6 pieces of gear. I don't know, Van Gogh. We'll have to see what it looks like after we do all of this for the next 14 days. And even then, I mean, this is a really, really good trial to see where Raid is, what it looks like, what the future of it looks like. It's going to be interesting. I'll have to see. I don't know if I'm going to get hooked on it. So far, I've not had, and there we go. So there is one piece for our set. I have not had a game since AFK Arena really hold my interest for any amount of time, Van Gogh. So again, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what it looks like when it comes to this game, what kind of the longevity of it looks like. It's going to be, it's fun. It's fun to try something different. And it's only 2 weeks, so it's not, a lifelong commitment like AFK Arena. And it goes by pretty quick. So there is our helm. Let's go to next. We got to make sure again that we're getting this gear to continue that Arbiter mission, because I feel like we can get through a lot of it. Systematically going through and farming the things that we need is going to be pretty easy. It is really going to be pretty easy. And again, if we get these heroes up to the 60, it's going to be and make it a lot faster. I might hop in, I might buy that other pack, just move, Pelos up to that 60, get them built up at to 60 in the entirety, and just farm it right through. First thing, I always got one spot in my clan. Oh, just saying if we go in there. So there is the duelist. So let me look. So we got the duelist. So again, this is one that we're going to have to replay. Van Gogh has room in the clan. If we're continuing to crush it on Raid Shadow Legends, we'll have to see. And I'll have to see what Warshak is up to, because I know right now he went to go get more coffee. And I know it's kind of hard to hear him if you can hear him at all. Yeah, he went to go grab more coffee. But here we are finishing already the second section of this. Makes a big difference, guys, in really getting the luck, and I know the fusion and everything else that comes in this game. This game is super in-depth. We've talked about it before, just how versatile this game is, just how in-depth this game is. Again, very similar to AFK Arena, where you got to know the ins and outs, the champions, everything like that. And I really like Tagore. I like the build and how these guys look within combat and what the combat looks. And I also love the bosses. Van Gogh, I have to say, when it comes to, the heroes within Raid or the bosses within Raid, they are epic. When I look at the Hydra, when I look at the Guild Boss, when I look at all of those, it's super, super epic. There are so many crazy things that I see when I just look at how truly epic the bosses are in this game. It's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. Let me hop out. So there's a piece of gear. Let me look at the Bastion, because we got the gloves out of there. There's my level 20 pack, which, yeah, was $100. Win one of each type. Oh, on normal. Oh, I didn't even notice it. You didn't even say anything, Van Gogh. It is on normal and normal only. That would have been hard. That would have actually been very, very hard to go through here to get the Arbiter missions to this point. On normal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through here on normal. So again, guys, this is gonna be quite a bit of time to go through and farm this up, making sure, and I'm gonna rename my hero in here and get all of this done in the entirety. A lot of this gear just gonna be recycled. We're gonna continue gaining levels. We have to get these guys up to 50 before we can use the chickens. And then of course it goes from 50, 5 stars, all the way back to level 1. And then we'll have to just build them up again and continue doing that. Kind of rinse and repeat with all of the heroes we have in here, all the champions that we have, and making it a lot more progression overall. Again, we're gonna give some progression updates throughout the week. We'll do a couple more live streams around this. Definitely want to enjoy the game. Sit back, because a lot of times, and I worry about this, Van Gogh, is we're gonna go through here in 14 days and playing this kind of hardcore is gonna be, one, a very big time constraint, or two, just going to get burned out. And I don't want to go through here, and I don't want to get burned out in the entirety too fast on this game, just for the fact that, it's going to be a lot to go through here and keep up the consistent progression going through here on a regular basis. I feel like that could be That could be quite a bit. There we go. So we got the shard on that one. We didn't get the gear, but I'm going to focus on the arbiter. So knowing that the arbiter is farming a lot of different places, I'm just going to continue that and continue following it as close as possible. You actually, and there we go. We got another hero, another piece of food in there. We got to run it again till we get that. But thank you for the invitation there, Van Gogh. That's very cool to see. Like I said, we got a couple more minutes in here, and we'll just kind of wrap up the stream. There is the gear itself. I want to see, and I want to see within the arbiter mission if it pops up and tells me it's done, because I'm trying to mentally track this, trying to keep track of it, going through and seeing exactly kind of where we are and what we have going on in here. Boom, there we go. So there is the boots. I think we have one more campaign progression. So it did. It popped up in there. Equip another champion with 6 life artifacts. Who do we have with 6 life? You know what? Let's swap out some of these life artifacts. And I'm thinking let's just make this easy. There we go. Easy on that one. Equip a rare attack champion with 6 offensive artifacts or of level 8 or higher. Attack type with 6 offensive. So he is attack with 6 offensive level 8 or higher. And I'm wondering if what they consider that, yeah, will be it's going to be definitely absolutely a competition within those 14 days. So this says, let me see. The rare type with 6 offensive artifacts of level 8 or higher. So we're going to have to take these. And I don't know if this is considered offense. I guess so, because that's what it says. Let's take the 4 up to 8. And I want to see, because he is an attack hero, go to 8. Let's upgrade these to 8. And I'm assuming the life leech is the same. But these are going to say life steal. Is life steal? It's the second gear with the sword. Oh, it's this one. Oh man, do I have to swap all this gear again? So that is the set is offense. I got it, Van Gogh. Thank you. Yeah, so this is going to be the upgrade to 8. I think that's what it was looking for. So yeah, upgrade to 8. So let's drop a helmet in there. Oh, but this is I have to equip him and upgrade him. Oh, this is already going to drive me crazy with the gear. Yeah, because if I have to upgrade all of this, and it said, I think 6 of them. Let's see. So there's the attack. Let's throw the blue on there. Let's throw the gloves on there. And again, we're going to look for some crit. We're going to look for a couple different pieces in here. We're going to probably have to throw this lifesteal set back on there. So that gives us, yeah. So 6 offense artifacts of level 8 or higher, which a rare attack type champion, which he was a attack type champion, right? Attack type, yep, 8. That is offense, offense, offense. This is what I'm assuming. It's the second gear with the sword, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, the second gear with the sword. That says offense. So let's go to 8. I'm not sure if I'm burning through all my gold, but all my silver, but we have quite a bit of silver. At least swapping gear is free now. Oh, before it destroyed the silver. That was, yeah, up to 8. Yeah, I can't imagine the using all of that. So there we go. So those are all the 8. Is that what they're looking for? Are we missing it? No, what is it? Upgrade artifacts, improving their power, increasing their strength. Equip a rare attack type champion with 6 offensive artifacts of level 8 or higher. Rare attack type champion, legendary attack. Oh, rare attack. Oh, Van Gogh, we did it again. That's okay. One day, I'm going to go ahead. Can I just remove these? Is there an easy way to remove? Remove or sell? Oh, there we go. I'm just going to throw all of these, manage, remove. I see the game they're playing here. So this is going to be something we're absolutely going to have to look at. Yeah, put it on, Kyle. That's what I'm thinking. So let me throw all of these on here, and we'll equip all of our 8s. So there's the 8. There's the 8. I'm going to have to throw my life leech set back on there. So there's the 8. Boom. There we go. Oh, look, we got a lot more of the rewards out of there too. Claim those up, another 15 auto battles. All right, so that gave us that one. Earn 3 stars on every stage. Win one of each type of offensive artifact from clearing the sewers on normal. One of each type of offensive artifacts. I'm assuming the sewers are going to give us the offensive artifacts, one of each type. So it's the same. It's going to be the same, right, Van Gogh? One of each of the offensive in here. Okay, let me make sure before I forget, because I know right now that I will forget that he needs gear. So let me throw that set that we have in there. There's max HP by 40% of damage dealt. Wow. Retaliation, avenging, curing was the healing. Yeah, we have a lot of sets in here now. Attack 15, plus 15 HP self shield. What should I put on him? What should I put on him? I know the life steal, because that's one. And you know what? Let me just throw this on him. Just because I know this is going to be super important. Let's throw the shield on there. I know we need 4, so that's crit damage. We want crit, but you know what? I'm just going to drop all these on there just because I already have them and they're already built. There we go. Like you said, it's free to swap it, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, challenges. There's classic arena. We're gonna have to farm up some of these books, and then we're gonna have to get some more heroes to actually use it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through here, win one of each type from the sewers. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go through here again. We're just gonna put these 2 on there until we get the gear. So yeah, it's gonna be the same Van Gogh. All right, so we're going to have to farm this out. It seems like, again, we're going to have to circle back and do all this. We're going to get them built up a little bit further, but we'll make some more progression. We'll get it, Van Gogh. And again, I'll share an update probably in a day or two of where we are and where we're farming this out in the craziness, because there is a weapon that we needed. But all right, guys, so that's going to do it for the stream for today. Definitely wanted to share this game with you. Again, this is a 14-day challenge. Make sure that you use the promo code or the link in there if you want to join, if you want to contribute to building up the heroes, as well as using that super victory code to get the absolute monster right down here, pull-ups. He's just crushing everything. I love the progression. I love how much he is just, again, just absolutely decimating and really crushing it when it comes to getting these built out in the entirety. I want to take him to a 60, get him built out a little bit further, and he is going to be my main tank for pretty much all of this. There's another shield right there. I'm going to farm this up a little bit more, probably going to hop it over to my iPad. Just that way my kids will actually be home shortly. So definitely, again, wanted to share the stream with you guys, wanted to hop on here, see exactly what you guys think of Raid Shadow Legends, and of course, get me some exposure out there, trying to play a new game and seeing what it's all about, because I do really like testing new games. We actually checked out Void Hunters a little bit ago. Very interesting to see what's on the landscape and what new titles are going to be coming out. And of course, guys, AFK Arena 7-year anniversary is going to be right around the corner. So that is going to do it for the stream. Have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you, Van Gogh. You as well. Very cool to see, like I said, seeing what Raid looks like, what it's doing, how it's performing, and just seeing overall, guys, the champion build out itself. I really do like the champions in here. It's very cool to see how they are designed, how they're built. The bosses in here are phenomenal. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think of Raid. Van Gogh plays Raid as well and absolutely loves it. Got a spot in his guild when we need it, when we're done. So again, guys, that is going to do it for the stream. So thank you guys for joining me. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Very cool to see. Stream is going to end right now. And of course, I want to see what this looks like because I haven't used this actually set up within a while. So let me go ahead and hit the stream ending. So have a good day. Thank you guys for joining me. More to come within the next 14 days with this. Have an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next video.